the benefit of everyone, my name is Sai Krishna Rao, and I work with Schneider Electric India, which is a French multinational organization heading their education initiative in India. And I did the theory workshop in August 2009 in an online program offered by Global Transformation Consulting based out of India. And out of my participation in this program, I created my larger self as a space of love, compassion, and leadership. And my work is about creating empowered human beings in the planet. Now, out of participation or out of practicing the principles of theory, what I got was that the first thing I got was a shift of my context from ego to eco, the default context of ego that I was operating from. So I've now become more sensitive to the stakeholders' needs and able to co-create new solutions that meets everyone's requirement. The second thing that I got was I developed the ability to go beyond my cynicism and be vulnerable to deal with new data. My patience has improved and my ability to sense new possibilities that wants to emerge has expanded. I'm able to recognize my fears more clearly now, and by letting go of it, I'm open to new ideas and taking actions in those areas. Now, how these abilities benefited me at work is that I could shift the context from selling our company's educational ideas into academics to shifting from selling to creating partnership with academia to transform the education ecosystem. And due to this shift in the context, there is more empowerment in expanding the business to all the people involved. There are more dialogues with the core teams and with customers, and we are able to develop several new prototypes that meet the requirement of the stakeholders, like the educational institutes, skill missions, and students. In the last 1.5 years of my participation, I think the number of prototypes that we have developed is much more than what we would have developed otherwise. In my personal front, I've become more peaceful in relationships as I become more aware, curious, and compassionate to listen to new point of views. And in my personal passion of development of leadership in organizations, these principles of theory have become a strong foundation to develop leaders based on awareness-based collective leadership. From that context. Now, currently, I've taken on a new project to empower children by empowering their parents. And I really thank Theory U for the contribution that it has made in my life.
My name is Sanjay Kumar and I am an entrepreneur. I run an IT company in New Delhi. I did a Theory U program around 2 years back, and one of my coach, one of person whom I know from last 13, 14 years introduced this program to me. And one one thing which got clicked me when he introduced me about this program is learning from the emerging future. So till that is whatever I have learned from past, and the possibility to learn from the future was something amazing for me. And due to this possibility, with curiosity, I joined this course. And after completing this program, I got an idea about how to learn from emerging future. I am using that tool, like whenever there is any whenever there is any doubt, uh, I put that back of my mind, and I think like what I try to learn from the emerging future, and I get some insight, and I apply those insights in my decision, and the results that I am producing are extraordinary after doing this program. Uh, I am getting great results in my organization, due to this program, there are many tools which I am using, like stakeholder interview, case clinic, downloading, and my relationship with my team members and with my clients are at totally different level. And same is the case in my personal life. My relationship with my daughters, my relationship with my parents, my relationship with my wife is at a different level. We can share more freely, we can exchange our ideas, we can hear each other. So thank you, Theory U. Thank you for providing all these tools and all this knowledge which have transformed my life. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Pranay Kumar, and my what I do is basically sustainability and environment products and projects through two or three companies called Vasudha Projects and Asma Energy. I created a lot of things through Theory U, though I was already creating it, but I really got present to listening. And there is one practice of empathy walk. So I did it with my wife in Goa, and immediately, because of the listening in third, fourth level, I invited her to become my swimming coach because I don't know swimming. And strangely enough, I also started to listen her as a coach in business also. Earlier I used to think, because see, I am from an MBA from USA and Harvard and all that, so, and she is a doctor, so I was like, you know, really not listening to her. Then when I started to listen, I found out that I am not a very good salesperson, she is. And she can really you know, um, share her the a real vision of our company. And she was working with in that inside our company in solid waste management. But I told her, now you lead the sales even in plastics, in any domain you want. I will be your assistant now. Though I hold the title of CEO, but you know, you are my partner also, and my wife also, and you go ahead. And she is doing it right now. And at the same time, I have empowered many people during the COVID times also. I'm starting three new projects. One is yoga and holistic health, which is my space. My space is like creativity and sustainability in environment. So yoga and holistic health, and then simultaneously we are launching pure foods online in the name of Ambrosia Foods. And I got 4 people enrolled as an intern in our company Asma Energy, which is basically into energy, and for electric vehicle designing of multimodal transport for rural segment and smaller towns. So that is being done. And one of the better projects apart from these are, which is my personal passion, is malnutrition, creating food for malnourished, stunted, and uh, poor children of India, specifically from where I come, Jharkhand. It is one of the most malnourished state. Children are the people who doesn't have a voice, and so we really wish to work for them. And because they are the future of our country, if they are weak, their mind is not developed, our country will not be developed. So that is one. And one thing is tree plantation. So that is one of my expression of my projects through Theory U. So thank you for listening to me.
This beautiful opportunity. My name is Usha Kulkarni. I'm in healthcare for the past 15 years, working for many hospitals, university, medical colleges, teaching hospitals in Ethiopia, that is in East Africa, Nepal, and India. Who I am as self is empathy, compassion, and healing. That's what really calls me all the time. Then what my work is empathy, being connected with people, being connected with patients, and healing. I did the Theory U with Ferdy D'Souza Associates about 4 years ago, and I reviewed the program once again 3 years ago. So I really got profound distinctions. One of the profound distinctions I got is empathy walk, and second one is stakeholders meet. Third one is ego to eco. Those are the three distinctions I really got. So I took on transforming as an individual level to transform the 12-bedded dialysis unit in 500-bedded hospitals in East Africa, that is in Ethiopia. Then we created the stakeholders like patients, then stakeholders were like from directors of the hospitals, patients, as well as nurses and two nephrologists. So it was before we took on this transforming the dialysis center, it was a dead unit. It was a sick unit. We wanted to close the unit on behalf of the hospital management because patients were dying. There were no medical facilities, there were no medical supplies, and the entire unit was dabbed with gray color walls and worn out windows. And like it was like a really sickening unit. So people were never got healed. Fortunately, I said I'll take it on as like, initiating the project. And then within 3 months, completely the interiors got completely transformed. And then we used to meet every week as stakeholders meet every week. We used to look at what is the vision of this dialysis unit. And then everybody got charged and we all like amazingly changed. And today it's one of the best units which other hospitals, other universities, medical universities want to follow that. And what I really got is it's nothing about me as an ego, but it is completely an eco. So right now I'm in India, but I still get calls from the directors, because there is war going on. So I had to come back. There is civil war is going on in that area where I used to live. So even today, many sections of the hospitals were looted except the dialysis unit. So dialysis unit is still holding the space of healing, compassion. Patients come and they get the dialysis done. And some patients want to come to Bangalore for their kidney transplant operations procedure here. So I'm working on that currently. So my future is like I really look at whether I want to stay back here in India and do the same kind of work, or I want to go back to Ethiopia, which is a calling for me. That's where Theory U really made a difference for me, especially about the profound distinction is empathy walk and stakeholders and ego to eco. This is what I got presented. And thank you so much for this opportunity.
Awesome.
Yeah, my name is Chaitanya Iyengar. I am originally from India, but I currently live in London, UK. I've been here since 2005. So I did the Youth Theory Leadership from the Emerging Future last year in June, and it was introduced to me by none other than S.K. Rao. So after that, I've actually reviewed the program about 3 times. So I've really got ingrained into the principles of Theory U. So one of the, lots of takeaways. Of course, lots of tools I've used in my work and also in my personal life, be it empathy walk or be it the way we listen, and also looking at fields of conversations within groups. Also, stakeholder interviews and case clinics is something that I've used with my clients and my team as well. But for me, the biggest takeaway is, was the answering those 17 questions when you basically go down the U. When I answer those questions and I basically looked at who is myself and what is my work, that kind of really opened the doors, so to speak. So I created myself as love, leadership, and contribution. And when I was looking at what my higher self work is, I created my work as as something which is to empower and work with individuals and organizations and make a difference and contribute such that they can make a bigger impact in the world. So standing in there, I was looking at, okay, how do I now make this into a project, right? And I was using different exercises which they ask us to do in the Youth Theory. And what came out of that was something very fascinating, which is to create a VC fund to invest in early stage startups. So then on further crystallizing it, we said, okay, what we want to do is we want to invest in purpose-driven entrepreneurs. And as part of that, we created a strong purpose for the fund. And the purpose is to unleash purpose-driven entrepreneurs to make a bigger impact in the world. So what started off as just as a spark of an idea is now actually becoming a reality. And we are in the process of, we actually just set up the company for the fund now. And we've just launched our website. The fund is called Roller Ventures. And we are going to invest in purpose-driven entrepreneurs who are really committed to solving meaningful problems in the world, improving lives, and and creating a sustainable future and a society that works for all. So that's what we are standing in, and we are now in the process of looking for investors who are aligned with our purpose and our mission. So that is on the fund side. But having said that, I'm also a marketing consultant and an entrepreneur. I've been working with businesses over the last 10, 12 years and helping them to grow their business. But I've been able to use the Theory U principles and also reinvent what I do in terms of marketing work as well. So currently I'm looking at working with businesses to create purpose-driven brands. So it's not just about growing the business, but how can businesses make a bigger impact in the world through their work and through their services and offerings. So that's something which I'm doing. I'm really, really excited. Again, want to thank Ferdy D'Souza Associates, through whom I actually did the program, and looking forward to exciting year ahead. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So good evening and good morning also. Good afternoon also to all. My name is Jayashree Kunju and I'm a chartered accountant. And I'm also CEO of a company called iBAS Global. And we create global business leaders. We provide coaching for global programs. So who I am as myself is everyone empowered to live a life of dignity. And the purpose of my life is to have a life that works for all. And what I'm really inspired and kicked about is the kind of company I'm keeping. Like every person who shared till now and who's going to share. And these are my buddies, I hang out with them, on a fortnightly basis. So that's out of participating in Theory U, and I'm really grateful to Ferdy D'Souza Associates and also to, of course, the creator of Theory U itself. One of the things that Chaitanya had said was that one can have multiple visions, but one finds the purpose, and that is what is there. And prior to taking up the Theory U program, I used to always wonder, why am I fragmented? I have so much passion for people. I want to make life work for people. I stop over to make a difference to someone, even if I'm on the road, I'm traveling or wherever. But it all came together for me when I just saw that, some of it could be from the ego. And then I shifted, I questioned myself, and then it settled for me that the purpose of my life is to have a life that works for all. And I saw that, one of the fundamental way that you can have dignity is to be able to feed yourself and not to have to depend on others. So I began to work on this project called Last Mile Nutrition. And as I was working, COVID happened, and I quickly jumped into a project called Mitra, which stands for friendship. Mitra, Friends in Need. And it was magical that 1,830 people joined as members of Mitra. And what Mitra has done is literally provided food and dignity for people. And so from the day we started to now, we have not only had programs where friends would generously come, and I would suddenly get a call from a niece from a foreign country saying, I want to give so much money, and somebody else would call and say, I would like to contribute. And our money has been 99.99% gone to the right source. We have done the due diligence. We have a team that works. So when I look at, did I have 5 people as my core team? I feel I have more than them, because every time there's been a crisis, people have just jumped in. Sometimes, and this entire theory of, what we learned, like, doing the stakeholder interview and listening to the different voices of judgment, I learned to give up my own voice of judgment. Sometimes when my group would be silent, I would start judging that, are they not thinking this group is theirs, this work is theirs? And that was my voice of judgment. Recently, I wanted to collect money for a person who is leprosy affected and has no funds for his daughter's treatment. I put a request and there was no movement. I put my small bit, my husband put a small bit, and within no time, 30,000 rupees was collected. That is what he wanted, to come out of poverty. Like otherwise would be in a cycle of debts and interest payment. So I feel so excited. It is about declaring. It's about being in the right company. And I feel out of doing Theory U, I'm with the right people who inspire and motivate me and work with me. Like if I look at what Chaitanya shared, and if I look at all of you what you shared, and my friend Pranay, he's also feeding people. He's looking at hunger. He's looking at the same vision that I have. So I want to be one of his tributaries so that I can, remove hunger from the world and make people self-reliant. So my boundaries are opened up. Earlier, I thought it's all India, and then I opened up. The moment I opened up, I've been resourceful to feed a group of Kenyan refugees. And for the last 1 year, every week, about 300 people get food, get biscuits, get clothes. And this program is ongoing. So I feel limitless right now. And I'm so inspired. And I'm really thanking that I did Theory U, and I love to hang around. I love to repeat the program. So thank you so much for listening, all of you.
Yeah.
Hello everyone. I'm Shraddha Mazli. I'm currently based in Pune. What right now what I'm doing is I'm working for a company called Schneider Electric, and I was introduced to Theory U by SK. And this has actually this was like a couple of months back when I did the course, and it actually opened a different different aspect. I mean, different part of the universe to me. It was like that. So I am actually a pretty new to all of this, and all whatever you shared. I think it's inspiring me more and more to kind of push myself to expand the boundaries, or push myself to open up the limits and all that. uh, I actually applied this theory in a very small context. So I was assigned a group of graduate trainees. There were 6 trainees who I was assigned, and there was a project that was given that you need to guide them on this project. So I actually that's when I said, why can't I use the principles of Theory U and try to do something. So I just for me I just gave I just said to myself that I don't want to know what the result is. Let it emerge. That is the only statement that kept me going through all of my interactions. So I was just doing 20% of the speaking, and 80% of the speaking the trainees were doing, in spite of them not knowing what the solution is, in spite of them not knowing what it is, and they were all new to it. And that's how it was so surprising to see that you usually feel, okay, you need to tell them completely about the product, you need to tell them about the solution, then they'll do the market analysis or whatever. But it just turned around. And um, the climax is they actually won top amongst the complete group of trainees that Schneider Electric had for this batch. So they got the first award. So it was really nice. That was like just a small drop in the ocean, but it can create wonders. And I think that's what it is. And who I am, that's where it kind of got more strong, because I think I am a catalyst who can help generate value and create impact, and that's what I would want to do.
I'm Sheila. I'm an artist and a life coach. I live in Chennai, and I'm really inspired, touched by the generosity of this community, the kind of contribution you all have been making. And when I listen to this, I have been taking baby steps towards uh, from my ego to eco, what to say, transformation. And takeaway from this program is plenty. I would say that it has really transformed the way I listen to myself and to others. And I'm thankful to Nilesh Surana, grateful to him for having introduced me to this course. And the first shift, what I noticed in me is my relation with myself, the kind of boundary, kind of limitation I put for myself, the way I get stopped by my own chatterbox, by my own conversation within my head. So this is something which was very comfortable for me to keep myself in that cocoon and be safe and happy or complain or cry or do whatever with it. But then when I'm expanding myself, when I'm taking steps, moving forward, talking to people, then I'm seeing that I'm able to make some difference, or do something else apart from what I'm fulfilling my needs and my requirements. So that is been magical experience in my life. So something very short to share about in my building, one electrician who had a thyroid problem, which was cancerous tumor, and he needed nearly 80,000 for the surgery. And when he came to my doorstep, like, I had my own judgment about him and his illness, and I kept turning it aside. Then when one of the conversation, one of the meeting with SK and in our one of the group meet, that's when I felt that how much I'm limiting my own belief in. And then I put in a word in the entire residence group, and we ended up collecting 1,20,000.
Wow.
And there were 4 doctors in the association in the building. In that, 2 doctors jumped in, and they got the entire treatment without any expense. So that entire 1,20,000 could go into employees fund in the building, which was unthinkable. And actually, if you come to see it, I didn't do anything. I just took a step, started speaking, and I came out of my barrier about speaking to the entire system. I mean, I used to think there are big people in the building. There are so many of them, and I'm nothing. So why should I do anything? And if I speak, who will give money? So that limiting belief, that judgment about myself, something got shifted for me. So, and I mean, who I am, what I created in this program is fun and joy, and it is showing up in my work. I teach art in a couple of schools in Chennai, and I also take private tuitions. So that interactions, the kind of conversation which happens with my students and with my colleagues, it is at a different level. So people experience a lot of freedom and peace when they're with me. So that is something amazing. Thank you so much, SK. Thank you so much for this opportunity to share a piece of my life. Thank you. It happened in just one of the meeting happened on Friday, and that WhatsApp message what I sent was on Saturday by 8 o'clock. I started following it up. Money just started pouring in. By Sunday morning, we had about 40,000. By Sunday afternoon, evening was the surgery. We had 80,000 with us. And by Monday morning, we had 1,20,000. And 2 doctors jumped in, and everything just got happened in 2 days' time. It's the time gap was so small to believe, even to express.
Yeah. And
my name is Melvin. I joined the Youth Theory program 4 years back. And the purpose of joining was to get more insights so that I become a better person. And in one of the sessions, in the first 2-3 sessions, I heard this word called keeping your attention on the intention. This is something that triggered me and my passion. And I went into the search of finding how to do this. And in that, I created a project, I created a website. And in the website, the whole intention was to ask what you really want, put it in that 10 questions, and I encourage people to answer that on a daily basis. So everybody gets a login and a password, and everybody answers that. Now, what happened out of doing that is, when I completed my website, it got ready in 2020, January, and then the COVID started. I had a group of 100 physiotherapists, doctors who are completing their studies. I asked them to do this whole thing free. And they were answering this project, doing this, and extraordinary results were getting done when their attention was on the intention. While this was going on, there was a big crisis in my house. My wife went through a very serious medical problem, and there was mistake done by some doctors, and from 75 she had come to 42. Her weight was like that, and we traveled all over India to get a crate. It was getting difficult, but I was keeping this concept, attention on the intention. And in 2 years, every day my attention was to get her treated, and today she is from 42, she's come to 60. That was one benefit. My daughter used this technology, and she joined an organization in Bangalore. She's a clinical nutritionist, and she finished her MSc in Mount Carmel in Bangalore, and when she joined this company, it was around 500-600 people working. And just because she used this technology, attention on the intention which she was working on, she is one of the finest clinical nutritionists of this company, third or fourth coach, top coaches of this company. And she's been working from home. She's never gone to that office. She's working from Surat and producing extraordinary results. That's the power that I got. With this, I was looking at attention on the intention is a product which is needed by each and every one. This is what I learned. A 7-year student in US needs it, and a 60-year student person here also needs it. So when I started talking to my family, friends and all that, I kind of got around 215 people paid registered, and using this technology at this point of time and creating extraordinary results for them. Some of the outcomes that has been created from this program, from using this project, was one is, like there is a student who was a failure, becomes a topper, goes to Canada, becomes a topper, and has a job. That is one. In this last 2.5 years, this has happened. Second is there was a divorce case, and they were almost on the verge of separating. And when I got them to focus on have the intention on the intention, that divorce did not happen, and they got together. And today I have doctors, I have advocates, I have so many students, parents who are struggling, having pain points like, students are not listening and not in control. They have started working with me, approached me, and I've just put them on tracker. The most beautiful thing about this tracker, which I've developed, is there is no motivation. I don't talk to them. It's just the first 5 minutes when I check their questions, getting them in, that's it. So what this program has given me is my life, my passion. This is what I really wanted to do. This is what I wanted to be. What I see is possible is that I just have around 215 people now. By the end of this year, I should have around 3,000 subscription, and people learning to focus on keeping their attention on the intention. And I'm really grateful for the work done by the coaches on me. And I loved the way I participated and created something out of nothing. Thank you very much.
Awesome.